Good afternoon, traders. This is Charting Options, or CO. Birth certificate says Tanner. All of it works. This is an introduction to my YouTube channel. This is the first public video I've done. I've done several private videos recently for our Charting Options community, and I thought today would be a good opportunity to provide a video for everybody. I know last week I had shared, and it was commonly shared, I guess, amongst FinTwit in general, specifically by those that follow options flow, a trade or a set of trades that came in through the BlackBoxStocks tape for HLT, so Hilton Worldwide Holdings. This came through on the 20th, which I believe was, let's see, I think, yeah, the 20th was Thursday, or excuse me, Friday. Yeah, Friday. And price was at a very interesting spot on the daily chart, and the flow that came in was quite eye-popping. I know Charlie at BlackBoxStocks would likely have labeled this 5 peppers, which is usually, he goes from 1 to 5, is usually an indicator of 1 being good flow or solid flow, 5 being if you have money in your account, you should probably follow these guys into the trade. I would personally consider this a 5. I'd have to confirm with Charlie what he believed, but I know he definitely liked this flow and shared it for you guys as well. But what I want to really talk about, because though I do follow options flow a lot, I love combining it with technicals. And this trade in particular is what I would coin or consider the holy grail. And what I mean by that is the flow was beautiful, and the spot on the chart was also very noteworthy, and something that doesn't happen necessarily all that often, but when they both align. So as we can see, which we'll start on the left with the BlackBoxStocks platform, last Friday we had, let's see, can I give you guys the time here? No, because this is historical, so I apologize for the time, but these came in succession on Friday. We had the same strike come in for the same expiration, so the November 19th 120 call, and we can see that we had 2 sweeps come in above the ask, and then we had a huge call block come in that preceded the 2 sweeps directly after, and this was a call block for just south of 13 million. So chump change, right? No, that's about as big as you'll see, at least anecdotally. That's about as big as I've seen to date for just an individual stock. So what really stands out about the flow, though, is a few things. I had mentioned they all came in above the ask. That's great to see. There was great size. So the first 2 sweeps, which sweeps indicate a sense of urgency, they came in just shy of, or just about $1 million between the 2 of them. Price was increasing, so the underlying was increasing as they were buying these, and that would be for all 3. And so too were the contract price. So the price of the contract went up 20 cents between these 2 purchases, and then between the third purchase, it had gone up a total of 30 cents. So that's good, guys. That indicates that, well, there's several things that I just mentioned indicates that these are being bought, but the fact that the price is going up and they're still buying, above the ask, and they're paying more in premium, both for the specific contract and total size, indicates that these are being bought. So we love to see that, right? Well, so just based off of this alone was follow worthy, without a doubt follow worthy. But then we pop on the chart, which I like to do because I'm a chartist, and we can see that the 20th, and they started buying these just under 120. So if I put a horizontal line using Trend Spider, handy dandy Trend Spider, at, let's say, what was that first one? The first one came in at 119.70, so I'm going to put a horizontal line at 119.70, and that's a blue line, and I'll zoom in for you guys here. So this blue line is at an interesting spot. It was just below the year-to-date AVWAP. So this black thin line is the year-to-date AVWAP, which you can see price has long respected as a place of support in the gap below, but quickly got back above in July. and then as we can see, it got below for a couple sessions, but here this red thick line is really what I want to point out. This is the 200 SMA. This is a huge spot on the chart for institutions, guys. If institutions want to load up, they love to do it at the 200. You can see volume came in on the day before, the 19th, and they mounted a really nice hammer off of the 200. And this following day is when we saw this flow, and the flow came in after price broke above this hammer. So, which again was this blue line. So price broke above that hammer, and we started seeing them starting to tag flow. And you can see in that same day, price went on to clear the year-to-date AVWAP. And since, to start this week, we've had 2 gap and goes. Today, price hit a high of just under 128, and the calls were, I think they went for just below $13. So if you followed in pretty much directly after the flow was released, you're up about 50% on the calls. And there's still several months to let price action work if you wanted to do so. We can see if we look left on the chart, 128, which is about where it hit today, is a common spot for some rest. You can see it was a rejection point in April. Price broke above later in April, but then denied. We had it acted as resistance here, another area of resistance. So this is common to see this act as resistance here. So if you're a technical trader and you followed flow, but then also followed technicals to gain your exit, today you would have been really looking to potentially scale out at near today's high, because we know that this is an area of resistance. But what I also want to mention is these same calls that came in last week. So we had 1,000 between the 2 sweeps, and then a block of 14,000 calls. They haven't sold a single one, guys. We can see the open interest today remains over 15,000, and the volume today was just 163. So a lot of times, folks that follow options flow, they follow smart money or big money into these call contracts, and they oftentimes, if you have been doing it a while and you know how to read open interest and volume, they often follow them out. So if you fit under that category, you're still in this position because the big money that came in and spent nearly 15 million on these calls, they haven't gone anywhere. But regardless, all that to say, it's been a winning trade. And I just wanted to highlight it happens often, and so I don't want to say that it's rare, but it's really nice to have what I call the holy grail of great options flow come in by smart money and big smart money, combined with a great technical setup, as we have a rising 200 SMA where price is often bought, and sure enough, it did just that. And it's worked out really well. So I hope this helped explain a few things, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And please subscribe and look for many more videos to come. This is just the beginning of this. So thanks for watching.